The agent stopped breathing before I did. It was subtle. A flicker. A pause too long for a trained professional. His fingers froze on the paper like it had burned him. "Where did you get this?" His voice didn't belong to him anymore. I leaned back in the chair, calm, measured, like I hadn't pulled it out of a trash bin hours after my sister tossed it away with a shrug. "From my grandmother," I said. He swallowed hard, then stood up too quickly, knocking his chair into the wall behind him. "Please wait here." No smile, no reassurance, just fear. Real fear. The door shut behind him, not gently, not professionally, urgently. I stared at the policy in my hands. Old paper, yellowed edges, something that looked worthless to anyone who didn't bother reading. My sister hadn't. She laughed when she threw it away. "Probably expired," she said. "She kept junk like that?" Junk. The word echoed now hollow and wrong. Behind the glass I saw movement. 2 more people. Then 3. A phone call. Another. A man I hadn't seen before walked in. Older. Controlled. Expensive suit. He looked at me the way people look at something that shouldn't exist. That's when I knew. This wasn't about money. This was about something buried, and someone didn't want it found. The funeral had been quiet. Too quiet. No one cried except the neighbors. Performative grief. Distant. Hollow. My sister stood beside me the entire time, dry-eyed, impatient, checking her phone. Waiting, not mourning. I noticed it then, but I told myself I was imagining things. Grief distorts people. That's what I thought. Until the will. It wasn't dramatic. No lawyer theatrics, just a few envelopes handed out like routine. Mine was thinner than expected. Inside, the policy. No letter, no explanation. Just my name, and my grandmother's signature. My sister glanced at it once and smirked. "That's it," she said. "She leaves you garbage and me the house." I didn't answer. I was still staring at the date. It was old. Decades old. Older than me. That was the first crack. The second came when I noticed my sister watching me, not with pity, but with something sharper. Expectation. Like she was waiting for me to react a certain way. To dismiss it. To throw it away. And I did. Or at least, I let her think I did. She took it from my hand casually. Walked to the kitchen. Dropped it into the trash. "Let it go," she said. She wasn't as generous as you think. Her voice was light. Too light. That night I couldn't sleep, not because of grief. Because of that look, so I went back, dug through the trash, and pulled it out. Carefully. Like it mattered. Like it was never meant to be thrown away. I didn't rush to the insurance company. I waited. People reveal more when they think you've lost interest. The next morning my sister was attentive. Too attentive. Coffee already made. Questions asked too casually. "Did you sleep okay? Still thinking about grandma? Did you keep anything else from her?" Careful. Calculated. I watched her the way you watch a stranger wearing a familiar face. Then I started digging. Quietly. The policy number led me somewhere unexpected. It wasn't expired. It wasn't even close. And the insured name wasn't mine. That was the third crack. I searched old documents, photos, dates. My grandmother wasn't careless. She documented everything. Except this. This was hidden, deliberately. Then I found a photo. Tucked inside an old book. My grandmother, a man I didn't recognize, and a child. The back was dated. Years before I was born. But the child looked like me. Too much like me. That's when the thought came. Cold, precise, unwelcome. What if this wasn't about inheritance? What if this was about identity? I didn't confront my sister. Not yet. Instead, I made the appointment. And brought the policy. The director sat across from me now. Hands folded. "Careful. We'll need to verify something," he said. I nodded. I already knew. He slid a document toward me. Not the policy. A file, old, sealed. "Your grandmother maintained this policy under strict confidentiality," he said. "The beneficiary was updated once." I opened it. Slowly, deliberately. My name was there. But that wasn't the part that mattered. The insured was my father. Not the man who raised me. Someone else. Someone who had died under unclear circumstances. Insurance payout substantial. Never claimed. Because the beneficiary had been a child, me. I looked up. The director didn't blink. "Your sister came in last year," he said quietly. There it was. She tried to access this policy. My chest didn't tighten. It went still. "She didn't have the required documentation," he continued. "So the claim was denied." Of course it was. She wasn't the beneficiary, I was. And she knew. When I got home she was waiting. Of course she was. "Where did you go?" she asked. Soft voice, careful tone. I placed the folder on the table between us. She stared at it. Didn't touch it. You went to the insurance company, she said. Not a question. I nodded. Silence stretched, then I slid the document toward her. She read it. Slowly at first. Then faster, then stopped. Her hands trembled. No, she whispered. I said nothing. You weren't supposed to. She cut herself off. There it was. The truth slipping through, I said. 2 words. Flat. Final. Her eyes snapped to mine. I tried to fix things, she said quickly. You don't understand. I do. I leaned forward slightly. Controlled. Measured. You threw it away because you thought I'd never question it. Her silence confirmed everything. You've known for a year, I continued. About him, about the policy. About me. Tears now, messy. Desperate. I was protecting you? No, I said. Sharp. You were protecting the money. That broke her. Completely. I didn't yell, didn't argue, didn't stay. I filed the claim the next day. Clean, precise. The payout wasn't what mattered. It never was. What mattered was this. My life had been built on a quiet lie, and the only person who knew tried to bury it. I packed my things that evening. She didn't stop me. Didn't try again. Some betrayals don't deserve a second performance. At the door I paused. Not out of hesitation, out of habit. Then I let it go. People always think the truth sets you free. It doesn't. It just shows you exactly who to leave behind.